Alright folks, so lately silver has taken over the spotlight, and rightfully so. Right now, silver is sitting at $46.45. It's up 15% in the last 30 days. It's up 38% in the last 6 months. It's up 49% in the last year. In the last 5 years, it's up 96%. I'm going to show you how many articles in just the past day have come out talking about silver's potential. This is really important because someone who spends hours a day researching silver news, where it's coming from, what everyone is saying, having a pulse on the media side of silver, this is not normal. I'm about to show you how many articles as of lately have been talking about silver, how many different news streams have all of a sudden been very bullish about silver. But first, welcome. Thank you for tuning into your daily silver news. My name is Silver Slayer, and if you want the latest information of what's happening across the globe and how that affects the price of precious metals, make sure you click subscribe, click the bell, click all when you click the bell so you get notified when I post. Check this out. So this is one from FX Empire, silver price forecast. Breaking above $50 would change everything. Then we have this article from businesstoday.in. Will silver finally shatter its 45-year ceiling in 2025? A CFA decodes the surge. We have this one, silver, minor mean reversion decline in progress below 47.17. That one came out today, by the way. This is one from FX Empire. Silver rally targets $50 as Fed bets and supply crunch dominate silver market news. This is one from CNBC. Silver prices see best yearly gains in a decade. This is one silver price forecast. 14-year highs on solar demand surge is $50 next up. We have this one, silver prices are at record highs. They can multiply fourfold. Here's why. And there's many, many more articles. That's just a few. And all of those came out within the past couple of days, most of them yesterday and today. But I want to focus on this one from FX Empire. And they're talking about breaking above $50 would change everything. I believe in that statement. I believe it's true. I also think if we can break above $50, we're going to see triple digits. Let me know in the comment section what you think about that as well. So here's some of the key points. Silver prices are on the move and investors are watching closely to see if the metal can finally break through the long-standing $50 barrier. Several factors point to a potential breakout before the end of the year, including muted retail sentiment and a favorable shift in the gold to silver ratio. But the real question is, what happens once silver pushes through 50? If the LBMA runs out of freely available silver early next year, a sharp rally towards 75 or even 100 is entirely plausible. And that is a very, very, very important thing to note of and pay attention to, because if all of this free-floating silver is unobtainable, we have no idea what would happen to the price, honestly. We've never been in a situation like this. We can try to speculate, but who knows what type of price discovery would happen if, silver's true value was able to shine without all of the manipulation and corruption behind the scenes. So this is silver's big picture. Silver is quickly approaching the major resistance level of $49.50, last reached in 2011. The $50 mark was first tested in 1980, making this year a 45-year consolidation. And that's what I'm talking about, folks. We are in a 45-year cup and handle. And with everything else going on with silver scarcity, the dollar's natural, epic failure, and everything else, especially with like green energy and everything, we have no idea what type of natural price discovery would happen once everything starts crumbling down that's been holding silver down. You can't speculate at all. Kind of like the article I made the other day where they were talking about $5,000 silver. He's saying, I don't think silver will actually hit that, but who can really say how much an ounce of silver is worth after decades upon decades of manipulation, and all of this, price rigging and fixing by all the world's central banks trying to hold this down? Like, who can possibly say what an ounce of silver is worth compared to it in fiat terms? You can't. So a decisive breakout above 50, whether later this year or in early 2026, would mark a generational shift in the market, potentially triggering a rapid move towards 75 and ultimately 100. Looking further ahead, we see the possibility of silver trading in the hundreds of dollars per ounce within the next 5 or 10 years. And I definitely agree with that. 100%. Not saying it's going to happen next year. It could. Like I just said, who can possibly determine what an ounce of silver is worth in fiat dollar terms? It could. I definitely think in the next 5 to 10 years, it's more possible. I don't even know if the dollar will exist in another decade. Who knows? But, the whole point is silver has potential. And if you think you missed the boat when it's sitting at $46 or $47, you are mistaken. You can still get in. I'm still buying silver right now. And if anyone thinks that $46 or $47 is too pricey, then you're going to be kicking yourselves in the butt one day, wishing you could build a time machine and go back to September 30th, 2025 and pay this amount for an ounce. So here's this 45-year cup and handle formation. Silver is quickly approaching the major resistance level at $49.50, last reached in 2011. The $50 mark was first tested in 1980, making this a 45-year consolidation. A decisive breakout above $50, whether later this year or in early 2026, would mark a generational shift in the market, potentially triggering a rapid move towards 75 and ultimately 100. Looking further ahead, we see the possibility of silver trading in the hundreds of dollars per ounce range within the next 5 to 10 years. So I think that's really important to look through. Then they go into the gold to silver ratio. It tends to reach major lows roughly every 5 years. And with the next one expected in the first half of 2026, a breakdown below the current trend line would support a strong rally in silver. So they just have chart after chart. This is an interesting one. LBMA silver vault holdings for August 2025, extremely low. So yeah, they're just, these numbers are something to also take in consideration, because now we're not just going off of theory or speculation. We are actually looking at real data also showing this. When we talk about a supply deficit the last 5 or 6 years with over 1 billion ounces in the red in the last 6 or 7 years alone, 1 billion ounce deficit in the red from supply and demand, or production and demand. 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 billion ounces annually, where production's around 850 million ounces on a good year. Recycling doesn't put a dent in any of this. All of these things you have to consider when also looking at what silver has going for it, right? When you're investing into something, you're invested. You're looking at all the variables moving forwards, not looking at what the price is right now. That's where most people make the mistake. And that's why Andy Schectman says price is the greatest tool of misdirection. Most people look at the price right now and determine their judgment on it from what it is now. No, that's gambling. Investors make strategic decisions based off information, and then we tweak the odds in our favor. The odds are highly in our favor. Gamblers throw money at the wall and just hope it sticks with the odds highly against them. Investors tweak those odds because we look at different things of what affects the price of silver, and we see, okay, this does, this does, this does. Oh, that's happening, that's happening, that's happening. Oh, okay, well, this is most likely going to happen, which is all bullish sentiment, not bearish. So, anyways, thanks for listening to that rant. Click subscribe or click the bell or comment down below if you also agree. So, gold to silver ratio tends to reach major lows roughly every 5 years. We already talked about that. Silver speculation. You guys know I hate this S word. I'm sure you can go back on my videos in like 2017, 2018. Everyone knows I hate this S word. Speculation. I hate this word. There's no reason, absolutely no reason why silver's price should be determined off of speculation. That has no place in something that has intrinsic value, physical value, value within itself. It's tangible. It should be going off the fundamentals of supply and demand, not what people assume is going to be happening when Federal Chairman Jerome Powell comes out and mentions the, whatever. It has no place. Leave that for stocks or crypto. So when silver approaches critical resistance levels, I like to gauge retail sentiment. One tool I use is Google Trends data for searches like silver coins. That's a really good idea, actually. You get an idea of how popular a certain topic is at that point in time. Historically, spikes in search interest have often preceded market tops. For example, 2011, when silver reached a major peak. I'm sure it's really high right now as well. Maybe I should look into that. So we observed a brief spike in February of 2021 during the silver squeeze, which led to a 3-year consolidation. Currently, search interest remains low, indicating that retail enthusiasm is muted and the lack of hype means silver has much more room to surprise to the upside. And yes, even though I just showed you like 10 articles that have been talking about it, we're still not there yet. Your friend or your neighbor, or your coworker still isn't talking about silver yet. When they do, it's too late. Don't buy anymore. Most people are going to get in after the curve. They're going to invest after it's already exploded. That's when everyone gets in. They always wait way too late. You got to get in before the curve. Right now, it's still before the curve. When no one's talking about it, that's when you get in. You get out when everyone's talking about it, because that means it's exploded and there's all the hype and all the news and all the media and too late. So LBMA silver inventory. As of August 2025, the LBMA London vaults held approximately 792 million ounces of silver. However, the vast majority of this inventory is owned by ETFs and private entities. According to TD Securities, only about 155 million ounces are freely available. And at the current pace of ETF demand, that number could fall to 0 early next year. If headlines begin to emerge about potential shortages at the LBMA, it could trigger an explosive rally in silver, pushing prices rapidly higher and setting the stage for a move towards 100. And it's not just the LBMA. We're talking about the COMEX too. LBMA, COMEX, and LME all last year admitted that their silver vaults are near dry, near empty. So you just got to have more channels like me spreading the news out there. And that's why I like liking these videos, sharing them to friends or whoever, watching till the end, leaving comments. That really does help. That really does help spread the word. So silver is approaching a critical inflection point that could ignite a powerful rally. The long-term fundamentals continue to support significantly higher prices, and return to a 20-to-1 in the gold to silver ratio isn't out of the question. Gold kicked its new bull market in 2024 with the decisive breakout above 2100. Now it's silver's turn. And I mean, these moves aren't only just getting started, or are only just getting started. And that's what a lot of people think, that this silver explosion is over, that it shot up to 47. It should be like that, but crazy enough, silver has so much going for it, and it's just getting started, which is why silver is the opportunity of a lifetime. Most assets, you see this and this is the top, it's over, game over, you missed your chance. This is when you sell. You get in down here at 30s or whatever, and you sell up here. But silver is just getting started. That's the craziest thing about silver. This is where we talk about generational wealth. This is why my name is Silver Slayer. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video. I post 2 videos a day, so make sure you go check out the next video I post, and also my most recent videos. They're all good. I promise you're going to enjoy them all. If you want to join the Secret Silver Society, which is patreon.com/silverslayer, it's basically like it's like a Facebook for silver stackers. If you also want to get some merch from my clothing line, AG47 Apparel. We got the new tinfoil hats in with different colorways. We also have the AG47 hat. We have Trump holding a silver coin. All good stuff. Go get yours. Different colorways and all this stuff as well. So yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys later today. Peace. From now on, every single month on the 31st, you have a chance to win silver, a continuous silver giveaway. Well, if you become a member of the Secret Silver Society on my Patreon, you have that opportunity. So every single month, you have something exciting to look forward to, which would be winning silver. On top of that, you'll have access to a live chat room with other silver stackers where you can post pictures and chat, just hang out with everyone, and have early access to my videos along with supporting me. If this is something you'd like to do, then come join my Patreon. It's patreon.com/silverslayer. Upon joining, you'll be given a monthly raffle ticket and instant access to that chat room. Go introduce yourself. Everyone is super nice, and it's more personal and intimate than a YouTube comment section. Folks, I'm so excited to announce that I've partnered with American medical experts whose purpose is helping veterans get the medical benefits that they truly deserve. Over 17 million veterans aren't receiving their full benefits, and if this is you or someone you know, then act now. American medical experts are offering free consultations through our med team to see how we can help. The med team offers board-certified doctors who have experience working with the VA, comprehensive medical evidence for services like mental health as well. Some of these include your Nexus letter, your DBQs, your TDIUs, your AAs, and more. I want to personally thank American Medical Experts for helping veterans, but also giving me an opportunity to help veterans as well. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment to get a free consultation through our med team. Thank you so much for listening, and God bless.